Hello and welcome back. It's Paul from NeuralAdX Ltd here. I'm just going to explain to you how to demonstrate authority for generative engine optimization purposes. Now, I'm going to take you on screen to my website where one of my pages explains it, and I'm just going to run through the core areas for you. So, the first section to consider is crafting the well-known EEAT, which is rich content of experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Okay. So in regards to this, what you need to do is showcase your expertise. So encompassed in that is adding the details of the author writing the content, and in addition to that, the credentials that they have, obviously pointing towards sort of education or industry experience, and also real world experience where possible. You also need to implement expert quotations. So you want to integrate insights from recommended authorities. So that helps bolster your authority, because you're linking to trusted and verified members of the community. So it elevates your your integrity, shall we say, in the eyes of AI platforms. Okay. Another exceptional way of bringing up your EEAT in this instance is to implement case studies. Whereas if you see on my website, www.NeuralAdX.com, in my services page, I have case studies showing 2 examples of clients that I've worked with where their Google Search Console charts have increased over time due to generative engine optimization. And that's something that helps validate that you can do what you say you do, rather than just in writing. You're showing a real world screenshot of the results that you've had. So it's as best as possible as you can to convey honest, truthful information backing up what you are saying. So that's another key factor of EEAT. Okay. Now, a next section of what is encompassed in authority is to make sure that you cite reputable sources and add data. So this has kind of been covered in the 3 other videos that I've done previous to this, which is citation edition, quotation edition, and statistic edition. And this fundamentally points to using resources like government agencies, industry experts, or academic institutions, because these are the gold standards as per the programming AI engine. So that's really where you want to be deriving your supporting evidence for information you're providing on your website. So it's verifiable and unquestionably accurate. And so then that way AI has that association that your content is 100% legitimate and trustworthy, ergo your authority increments in alignment with that. So it's not difficult in the sense, if you're just in the pursuit of truth and accuracy, you will never go wrong. Okay. So that's citing reputable sources and adding data. You also, for authority, want to earn high quality backlinks and mentions. Now, this is considerably more difficult because even with myself, done a lot of great content and very good what I do, dare I say. And I've tried to connect with Harrow, which is help a reporter out, and these sorts of places. But it's very, very hard to be able to connect with people to get yourself given those backlinks, unless you're willing to pay for it, which, funny enough, when I do get in contact with these places, they certainly are willing to do so for a large sum of money, which I think is unethical, but more to the point, I just don't want to have to pay for that because I see it as a little bit of extortionate capitalism. But this is the way the world works, unfortunately. But hopefully over time, if you are able to collate backlinks through genuine scenarios, then that will greatly help your authority. So that's another element that you need to look into for generative engine optimization, authority building. The next way of building up the authority is to distribute content across platforms. And by that, it literally means all platforms, but platforms with integrity. The more high integrity, the better it reflects on you. So, for example, I would say LinkedIn is a fantastic one. But then you've obviously got the well-known, established Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, which I'm not too much of a fan of, but these are very well established and trusted organizations because they're so huge and regulated. And so if you're getting your content out there, then the AI engines can see how people are interacting with you, what the feedback is, and the more of that is, the more it helps them derive an assessment of your organization and its level of authority, and then it can make its decision. The less platform content you have, the less secure AI is about your company because it doesn't have the intelligence. And obviously AI is all about collating data in order to provide an accurate answer. So yeah, dealing with as many platforms as possible in regards to your business is paramount. Now, onto the next factor of authority is maintaining consistent and recognizable branding. So that's kind of self-explanatory. But I found myself that a key factor that they look at is the acronym NAP. Yeah, it's not an initialism. It's an acronym NAP, which is name, address, and phone number. You need to make sure that those three core details on every single platform that you're featured on is accurate. Any discrepancy with this, AI penalizes you for that. So you need to be very, very focused to make sure that that is precise. So that's a mentionable ingredient there for the authority. Also, another key provider of authority is updating and optimizing your content regularly. I mean, a little while ago, I was doing some research and I found that HubSpot found that when they did an update, just minor tweaks of their blog posts from a year ago, once that was done within a 30-day period, they had a 50% increase in those particular blog posts that were updated comparatively to the previous month beforehand. Jesus Christ, if I can actually speak. So it does show you how much current content is rated as supreme and authoritative, because obviously it illustrates that the person is taking control and being on top of their game. And that again gives you another attribution of authority in the eyes of generative engines. So that's quite a considerable few elements that make up the authority. I will also ad hoc an additional one that comes to my mind that is helpful, is to accumulate your association with business directories. So there are many, many out there, but there's ones that have higher authority, like there's Free Index and is it Hot Frog? I'm not sure if that's exactly the name, but it's close to it. But there's some of them that are really quite sought after and quite hard to get on their platform. They really do scrutinize you. Trustpilot as well, surprisingly, is quite a good one that I have done that's really quite thorough and honest with their testing. So if you can get associated with them, that will further boost your authority, because AI recognizes the fact that they do their due diligence. So therefore, for them to be in association with you, that then pushes you up the hierarchy. So that's another ingredient that helps with authority. So yeah, that's just a quick overview of some of the elements that aid in building up authority in regards to generative engine optimization. If you have any questions or further queries, please do message me, and it will be my pleasure to reply to you to the best of my knowledge. Okay. All right, ladies, gentlemen, God bless and be well.